There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
To see if we could become
something more. So when they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
Ladies and gentlemen, the future is now. Welcome once more for the final time to beautiful Con Corp here on the Hermitcraft Season 6 server. Today is a celebration of a goal achieved, a dream realized, and a mission accomplished because we did it, guys. We finished Con Corp, the future of everything, and the future is now. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to celebrate Con Corp. We're going to take a tour of Con Corp, this whole area, and try and see as much as we can. And also some of the other stuff we built on Season 6 that is actually much, much bigger than Con Corp, aka the golf course, where there are some interesting challenges for those of you guys who download the map. And I highly recommend you download the Hermitcraft Season 6 map. You can go and play the golf course. There's actually challenges, which I'll talk about at the golf course for you guys to complete. You guys can sort of compete against the other hermits who have done those challenges, including myself, and also compete in challenges at mini games like Ravager's Run, which is going to be a lot of fun to see. So, yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this. We got to get off the cinematic camera mode. There we go. Okay. And let's take a final look around Con Corp. And, yeah, I will provide a link in the description as well to download the map once it is available. It'll probably be out sometime in the next week or so. But let's begin. So, welcome to Con Corp, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. So, yeah, I'm pretty proud of this base, to be honest. I'm proud that it's much different than our Season 4 and 5 bases. So, Season 4, we had the Winchester House and the Redlands and a volcano biome. Season 5, we had a megafauna mushroom island, which was very colorful and bright. And this season, we have sort of an industrial theme set in a giant mountain valley with defenses on every side, and yeah, on this side as well, and on this side as well, and so yeah, it's a good time. I'm very, very proud of this base. So yeah, hopefully you guys download it and take a look for yourself. But let's go ahead and make our way into the storage area. We'll start here. This is where I store things. Well, that's not really true. That's not really true at all, actually. This is where I temporarily store things that are not I don't have a lot of. So, for instance, overworld items. Just a bunch of overworld items. I'm also going to put on my stuff. By the way, this is going to be a continuous thing. There's going to be no cuts in this. Might be pretty long. Might have to break it up into a couple different episodes, but should be worth it, I think. So, yeah, this is just where I keep everything temporarily, and then I store things in shulker boxes until they get full. Like the shulker boxes get full. At which point, I can just come over here, and let's say I have a bunch of stone, which I have right here. I can just simply toss this right there, bang, and it's gone. It's gone. Where did it go? Well, over here into the factory. So we should maybe, after a brief moment, hear a firework go off, potentially, unless we're out of fireworks, which is very possible. But yeah, it actually ends up here. There's our farmer working at the factory up there, working to get us some carrots. And yeah, that shulker box actually ended up right here. And I guess I am out of fireworks, so I'll have to restock those before the world download comes out. But yeah, this is actually the main storage right here. And you can see we have over 509,760 items in just these chests alone. So we have chests upon chests upon chests upon chests of shulker boxes full of materials. This is where I get most of my stuff here, so if I wanted to get stuff out, I would just either take the shulker box out like this, or I could just simply mouse over and press Q. So let's say I want some cobblestone and some gunpowder, right? So there's my cobblestone. I can take whatever out of there, then send the box on, And voila, there's my gunpowder. So this is my main storage, essentially, right here. Let's do this and toss this out. So this is the million item storage system. For those of you guys unfamiliar, it can store over 1 million items, legitimately. Legitimately store over 1 million items, and it tells you when it's half full and when it's not half full, etc. There's also more shulker boxes over here, a couple 100,000 more items right there. Looks like we are actually out of sugarcane boxes right now, so we got to fix that. But there are automatic cactus, sugarcane, melon, and pumpkin, which we have just literally run out of right now. And then this should actually be carrot farm. Actually, you know what? Let's do we have an anvil here? Oh, we do have an anvil here. Yeah, nice. So we'll just name this carrot farm because we changed the carrot farm above us, where this farmer up here is working. We changed that to a carrot farm from a wheat farm. So put that in there. Back here, we got a little bit of redstone. This is the redstone for the million item storage system, and also for some of the indicator lamps and things that we have up here. So quite an elaborate build here. We also have a bone meal farm coming in from the berry farm, which is attached to this factory. And then if I make my way down here, you can see this is all sort of the inner workings of how everything functions here. And yeah, you can see some of the farms themselves. So for instance, this is the sugarcane farm right here. There's also I think this is a manual trigger. Pretty sure. Yep, there we go. So it'll activate if I hit that button. Magnificent. Magnificent. I don't get down here that much since it's fully automatic farm. And everything just automatically goes in, and then it gets stored into a shulker box, which usually is right here, but we're out of shulker boxes right now, so I gotta fix that. So that's that. Again, more redstone stuffs. This is some of the wiring and some of the water streams and such. And then down here, this is the melon and pumpkin farm right here. It has automatically shut down because we don't have any boxes right now. But once we put more boxes in, it automatically lifts these pistons back up and then allows the melons and pumpkins to grow once more. So quite an advanced system, actually. Glad we put in the overflow protection for it so we don't get too much lag or anything. And then, yeah, more redstone and stuff down here. And then, of course, your basic cactus farm designs. So, yeah, that is the factory. And so, make our way up here. And there we go. Made it up to the top. We also have plenty of cakes here. Plenty of cakes here. We have a egg farm right here. You can see all the eggs in there. We got these guys supplying the eggs, and then we have the bad eggs processor right here, which gives us chicken and feathers, all cooked, of course. And then, of course, we got old Betsy over here, too, with the milk. Old Betsy helps us to get a bunch of milk buckets. Don't have too many buckets in there right now, but yeah, it's pretty simple. You just click on old Betsy, and she gives you milk. That helps us to make all the cakes that we have here. And that's why we have all these cakes over here. Cake's the best food in Minecraft, of course. We also have a cake. This guy basically... It rejects bad cakes, right? So you put a cake down there, if it's bad, it gets rejected. So that's the whole thing there. So yeah, that's the factory. Right, so let's move on here. Got the Con Corp logo down here on this little boulevard here. We also have some beacons that'll give us some speed effect. If I turn this on, right there, you see some beacons coming through for us. Very nice, very nice. Sweet, so we get that. Right, we have behind us here the tree farm. Not going to go too into depth on the tree farm. I'll just fly around it maybe a little bit. So yeah, the tree farm, yeah, has all different types of trees, plenty of space to store things and move things around. So we have on each level a different tree type. So this one happens to be acacia. And we have the ability to send anything here to storage. So like if I put in a bunch of leather, let's say, you can hear, there you go, it's clicking, so all that leather is going to make it down to the storage area, which you'll see in a moment. We also have composters to compost any saplings or leaves that we don't want to send to storage for whatever reason, so that's pretty great. If I make my way up here, you can see more tree types and more tree types, and we also have ender pearl dispensers here filled with ender pearls that give you exactly the amount of pearls you need. So it gives you exactly 16 pearls every single time. So that's pretty useful to work to basically mine out the two tall trees, so like the spruce and the jungle tree. We got the lighthouse back here. Built this fairly recently, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but basically it has a beam that shoots out a light of a different color whenever the sun is at various spots in the sky. And that sort of, yeah, is a nice way to basically make a little lighthouse right there. It also has the ability to shoot out fireworks and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's a bit of a different lighthouse, but I think it works. I think it works quite nicely. Right. Okay. So that's the tree farm and everything. Obviously, we got some signage and stuff. Con Corp logo. By the way, if you take a boat to the main island, this will be the first thing you see when you download the map coming in. So you'll see Con Corp off in the distance. Feel free to stop in, take the secret entrance on the side over there, which you'll see when we go and check out the kelp farm and such. But yeah, that is something I don't think that most people really know, is that Con Corp is the closest main island spot to spawn. So that's cool. Right, so with that, let's go ahead and head on over to the super smelter. Super smelter was incredibly useful for us here at Con Corp this season. It's how we made the ghostly glass shop work, and a bunch of other shops and projects were helped out greatly by the speed of this smelter. So if we make our way back here, I'm just going to show you guys the redstone. I'm not going to show you guys the operation, but know that this smelts well over 1,000 blocks per minute. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Also, I never removed that glazed terracotta down there, so let's just get in here and do so. There we go. Easy. So yeah, you can see, I think I want to say there's like 100 and some furnaces here. There's just rows and rows and rows of furnaces, and then everything gets transported down water streams to a collection area in the front. So yeah, very useful to have this smelter this season. Very happy we built it early on, and yeah, definitely a lot of fun to use, and we made a nice building out of it too. So pretty happy with this. So that is the super smelter build right there. So yeah, you guys can get on here and take a look at that. Let's see here. So factory is done. I think this, oh, the kelp farm. Yeah. Kelp farm. Let's go and check that thing out. To do that, we're going to take our underground tunnel network. So all we do is just come in here, and we have a way down and then a way up to every one of these buildings you see. Very useful in case of invasion or in case of somebody trying to slay you for whatever reason. So yeah, these tunnels definitely pretty cool. So these go every which way down here, as you can see. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go up into the smeltery room right here. So this one was actually done recently. So this is where we smelt up a whole bunch of dried kelp. So we probably will have, let's see, yeah, a little bit of dried kelp in here. And this basically comes from our kelp farm, which is behind this building here. Can't actually go in there right now without breaking a bunch of stuff. But yeah, basically it's a fully automatic kelp farm that I designed and I created. And everything goes into this hopper here, then comes around and smelts everything perfectly, actually. This is actually a perfect kelp smelter because of the timings and the number of furnaces and stuff like that. I do have a tutorial for this and the kelp farm on my channel. So you guys can check that out right now if you wish. So I'll provide a link in the cards to that, but it's a pretty straightforward system. This cart just basically fuels everything, and then that's how we basically use the kelp to smelt more kelp. So there's a smaller net gain, but yeah, it's worth it in the end because it's pretty efficient in terms of a kelp smelter. So let's go ahead and drop on back down. Let's see. Let's just go around the bottom here for a minute. Just walk around here a little bit and see what we got. So if we go this way, this comes to the tree farm. The end of the tree farm. So those 10 leather we threw in there earlier should be, yep, right there. Cool. So we see we got sticks, we got apples, we got jungle leaves, just a bunch of stuff we've thrown in there over the course of time. So yeah, we sometimes do ship wood down here, so sometimes we have these all filling up, and yeah, if you fill all these up, these lights will come on, so that tells us how full the stock is. Obviously, it's a little bit low right now, I would say, but still pretty nice. And just to give you an idea where we're at, yeah, we're actually on the other side now, so we traveled underground from the super smelter all the way over here without ever having to show our face on the surface, you know? Never know who's going to be in the mountains spying on you. And that has happened. That has happened. So, yeah, that's that. Right, so we got leaves in here. We got leaves in here. This is our 3-in-1 concrete converter, strip log, and stripped wood maker right here. So basically the way this thing works, you basically put your concrete in your offhand, put the rest of your concrete powder in your chest, get in here, and then just mine like this. And in fact, we actually have a little bit of concrete powder still left in there. How about that? So I can just do this, and you can see the concrete flows in. So that's how that thing works right there. So very useful. I've used this a lot to make a lot of concrete this season. So that is the concrete converter. Very useful thing. There's also a tutorial on this on my channel as well. So that's that. Let's see. Right. So let's go actually back down to the underground, because why not? There's a couple of farms down here that are exclusively underground, in addition to the ones we already have in the farm. Let's go this way. We'll take the staircase up. So if we come down this way and go up here, this leads to the Nether wart farm. So this is a pretty straightforward Nether wart farm. Yeah, with this farm you have the option of harvesting the entire thing or just a section. Also, I need to remember to eat, otherwise I will starve. So let's say I just want to harvest this section. I can just hit this button. Water buckets are dispensed, and there is my nether wart. So very small farm, and then just hit this button again to make it go away. And then of course to replant, all you got to do is just undo this, and then line yourself up, and then just go along a little bit like this on the top. The fourth one out here is kind of tough to get, but then once you get that fourth one, then you can come and speed along here and replant just like so. Turn that back on, and then of course you got to do the same thing for the upper portion here. So just along like so, and yeah, you guys get the idea here, I think. So yeah, just a very basic nether wart farm, but can be useful if you don't use a whole lot of nether wart I should say, which most people typically don't, although we did use a lot of nether wart blocks for our vats, which we'll see in a bit. Okay, so continuing down these tunnels here, we come to the cocoa bean farm. Again, there's a tutorial on my channel for this cocoa bean farm. This is actually a very unique design that I invented. So basically you plant down cocoa beans, and then you get more cocoa beans than you planted back. That's basically how I can make it. It just works. Just plant them down here, plant this one on the cocoa bean last, and magic happens underneath here. And with a timer, or not a timer, a counter I made back here, and it all comes to here. That's basically it. That's basically it. So yeah, that is the cocoa bean farm area. Very useful cocoa bean farm. Then we come to a central area here. So we have a lot of stuff here. This is actually what I call the Con Corp boardroom. So you can see our board right there, made of various parrots with some interesting names: General Chaos, Captain Jack Sparrow, Misdirection, Major Prankage, stuff like that, you know. So great board members, great board for Con Corp. We actually got some board meeting notes here, top secret stuff. So yeah, got that. Let's see, over here we got the war room. This is where we can deploy new drones, just like that. We got our drone warning. So yeah, if something is detected, it'll show up here. We got a map of Area 77 right here, which we infiltrated successfully and took over, basically. So yeah, that's the map we use for that. And of course, this is our computer right here, where we can get information. So that is cool. Let's see, over here we got a bunch of stuff. We got first of all, a map of Con Corp. You can see it right there. Beautiful, beautiful. We got our drink bar over here. Pretty nice drink bar. All we got to do is take something out like this, hit this button, and then drinks are restocked. So that's great. Yeah, pretty nice. And we also have a little trough right there. The board room itself, we got some jukeboxes and stuff in the thing, and we can also call cakes at any time from above us. So just hit this button, and it just distributes cake to us. So it's pretty great. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. We got our profits section over here, and we got more jukebox action over here, so we can make the parrots dance if we feel like it. Right, so that's that. Let's move on. Let's go. Let's see, where do we want to go now? Let's go to this. Let's actually go up. So each of the ends of the boardroom, they have water columns that can take you up to the surface or to the next level. So you can actually go to like these balconies here. So we're going to do that right now. Going to go up here, and we're going to go out here like so. So we're now on the second level. Right, and on this level we actually have on this side another farm. This is our chorus fruit farm. So you can see a lot of red sandstone in here, and the way this works is basically we shoot down the chorus fruit with this bow. It's an infinity bow, so we shoot down the flowers, and then we just hit that button, and then all the chorus fruit you see here breaks and ends up in this chest. So it's a pretty great farm, pretty unique farm, and I should probably do a tutorial on this, but yeah, I don't know. It's pretty basic. I think you guys can probably figure it out. So yeah, you can check it out if you download the world. So that's that. Let's see. We also have a nice way to get down here and come this way, because there's actually a drop here. This is to defend against somebody who betrays us. As you can see, there's actually a quick drop here. So if someone were to, let's say, walk like this, they would actually fall in if they were running at a sprint. So yeah, we made that during Demise in the hopes of catching somebody off guard who might have entered Con Corp, but didn't really work out. But that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, let's keep going in this underground portion. We'll come out over here. Let's see. I'm trying to go through everything so fast that this video is not that long, but yeah, it's gonna be a long video probably. So over here, for instance, we got a wool farm up in this direction. So we make our way up this scaffolding. You can see wool everywhere. This is the big rainbow wool room, and we have shulker boxes full of wool here. This is from our fully automatic wool farm, which is actually directly above this area. So you can see plenty of resources there. I don't think we ever actually needed this thing. Let's see. It looks like... Nope. Nope, we're good. This never actually overflowed, so it was actually perfect for us. But this actually comes up in our village, which we'll see in a minute. You can see it's currently night, so everybody's sleeping in their apartment buildings. And yeah, we have our automatic wool farm right here. Have shears in there. There is a kind of a tutorial on this on my channel right now, but it doesn't have all the advanced features I have on this one. So yeah, would recommend you check this out if you want to build the more advanced version. Here is the Foxberry farm I told you guys about earlier. So if I were to flick this lever off, we will see berries accumulate here. And if I flick this lever like this, the berries get distributed and they go to the factory to make the bow mail, which we saw earlier. So that is that. Yeah, and this lever controls the collection itself right here. So I can turn off collection entirely just by flicking this lever down. So that is that. Let me go ahead and go into the apartment buildings and sleep. I'll show you guys the Con Corp villagers. Here they are, sleeping soundly, most of them. In here, there's also another level up here. And there's the same thing on this other side. So these guys sleep here at night. This is the main, well, one of two main apartment buildings. The other one is actually on the other side over there. Let's see if we can sneak by these dudes. Sleep in the bed right here. There we go. Right, so you'll see all these guys will wake up in the morning, and let's just follow some of these villagers. Let's just follow, I don't know, let's follow, I don't know, Madman Mason. Sure. We'll follow Madman Mason on his journey throughout the day. Well, you know what? It might take a while, so let's not do that. But basically, they spend, you know, a minute or two in here. They converse, they chat, they talk about what they dreamed about over the nighttime. Then they go down and they will, hopefully, if this golem is not in the way, they will make their way to their workstations, and then basically from there they'll work for a while, and then they'll meet up at the center of the town, talk about the day's activities, how many diamonds they made, how many emeralds they made, and then they go back to sleep. And they do that every day without question. They're great workers, they're awesome workers, and it's super cool to see them like in this whole area here. Like it's great to watch them throughout the day. It's a very alive town. It's a very open town. There are no like walls except for this front gate. This front gate is where they can't go past, but yeah, they could in theory like make it out of Con Corp, but they choose to stay here because it's Con Corp, right? So we should see here any moment now the beginning of the workday, and it's pretty cool to see. They usually all like flood out and make their way to work, so we should see that relatively soon. Yeah, there's a lot of different buildings here I'd like to show you guys within this village here. So here they come. Yep, the flood of villagers making their way to work. There goes Lisa. And every villager, I will say here, every villager, we have at Con Corp here, every villager type, that is every villager from all possible biomes, as well as all professions, and they're all diamond level. They're all max level villagers. Here's Jeff right here. Going to work. Look at him. That's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, they all have made it now to work, or most of them have. Might be some stragglers. Yep, the butcher's straggling over there. Trying to make it down. These guys still conversing. Tommy Toole and Fletcher Frank still conversing. Deep in conversation. Yeah, so that's that. So yeah, let's just go around to the different buildings in Con Corp and see what's going on. So first of all, we have the office building. This is where we have our weaponsmiths, and we also have our, what do you call these? The masons? Yeah, the masons. I'm looking right at Madman Mason, like, what do you call these guys? The masons? Yeah, they're masons. Then we have some of our armorers up here. We got some toolsmiths as well, up on the top level here of the office building. Some of these guys up here stay here for 24 hours. I think it's something to do with this being the same level as the building over there, or close to it. But some of these guys don't leave this area. I would say maybe 2 or 3 of them always are up here. So that's kind of an interesting side note. So the office building, this is actually the building where the most number of villagers work, I should say. Right, so yeah, the future of everything right there. Out here on the docks, we got some people working. We got fishermen working here. We got ourselves some leather workers, I believe, as well. Yep, leather workers. And then a few more fishermen over here on this dock. By the way, this dock brings in emeralds, so you can see emerald blocks here. I believe there are also, I'm pretty sure there are emerald blocks in this speedboat here that is pulling in to the harbor. Yep, emerald blocks down here. So yeah, they're bringing in a shipment of emerald blocks to this village. And I think probably the yacht over here, the yacht might also have some emeralds. Yeah, yacht also has bunches and bunches of emeralds, as well as a working beacon on it. So this is a pretty nice yacht. We also got some music that we can play here in this jukebox. But yeah, we can actually turn on and off that beacon there, which I don't know. I think it's kind of cool to have just a little bit of functionality in all these builds. So that's pretty sweet. Right, so let's go ahead and make our way back to the village. Check out some more buildings. So we keep making our way over here. You might notice some dudes around here, some clerics, that are basically selling bottles of enchanting. I buy a lot of those from these guys, and they have basically stands. They're basically the what do you call them? Why am I not? I don't know the word. They're basically the hot dog guys, the hot dog stands of this village. It's where the villagers can come and pick something up or something like that. At least that's what I'm thinking of these guys as. This guy actually has really good trades. Inquisitive Inspector. Doing pretty good. So, yeah, that's cool. Over here we also have the archery range. This is something fun you guys can do here at Con Corp if you guys download the map. So, you make your way into one of these slots here. You can see we got 10 dragon heads, which are constantly nomming right there, for lack of a better word. And we got wooden buttons here. So what you can do, you can get out your bow, get out your arrows, like so, and then shoot this. And every time that happens, the dragon stops nomming, basically. And so if you hit all 10 of these, like this, oh yeah, 10 for 10. Easy. You get a big firework. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So working archery range in here. We also got some leather stuff, like archery clothing. And then, of course, the Fletchers, of course, they oversee the whole operation here. And yeah, they do their business here selling all sorts of archery things. So that's pretty cool. That's the archery range, working archery range here at Con Corp. Yeah, that's that. Like I said, there's a second apartment building here, which we haven't really been in. Over here we got some market stalls. We got the farmers over here. We got the shepherds over here selling all sorts of wool, carpets, and banners and such. And by the way, I will just say that a lot of the stuff you see around here, several of the buildings were actually made primarily with materials gathered from villagers. So like the bricks from the masons and stuff, a lot of the bricks you see around here gathered from the masons themselves. So the villagers literally, quite literally, did help us build this area. So here's the butchers over here. Let's see, over here we got the librarians and cartographers in our library building. So that's what you see right here. We got Larry in here, Luke, that one guy who stares, of course. And yeah, we got, nice little computers for him. We got good technology for him. And then up top here we have the cartographers, including Ned, and we got Carl over here chilling out. And of course these guys map everything out for us and yeah, help us to keep an eye out on things in terms of topography and how to build stuff and where to put stuff. So that's pretty cool. Right, so that's that. Let's see. Yeah, these guys are all now going into work. Sorry, they're going to the meeting rather. They got to discuss the business of the day. So you'll see, yeah, bunches of these guys will make their way slowly over to the meeting area. Some of these guys will stick around and have private conversations on the side. But the majority of these guys will make their way over to the central meeting area and just discuss things before heading back into the apartment building. So kind of a cool dynamic village area we have going on here. But I want to show you guys this, the vats. The vats. So let me get out my utility box and show you guys the functionality of this. So this is where we store massive quantities of items. See, we got Vex Magic in here. We got melons in there. We have Nether wart in this one. We got redstone blocks. We got bone blocks and pumpkins. So let's say I wanted to get some pumpkins. Let's say we're doing some trading or something. All I got to do to get a bunch of pumpkins is get out my vat controller right here. Put this in. You'll see this door open. So now this vat is primed. So actually if I hit this button right here, this will drop a TNT down the entirety of the center of this vat, and it will explode some of this Vex Magic, some of this light glazed terracotta, and drop it so we can pick it up. So let's just see this right here. So I hit the button, there's a TNT, and there we go. Whole bunch, 60 blocks of light blue terracotta. And if I go in here, hit this button again, you will see it's going to fall from the top. There it is. And voila. A whole bunch more light blue glazed terracotta. So we got several hundred blocks super quickly. Just a way to basically get a bunch of these blocks as quickly as possible if we so desire. So yeah, that is the vats, and you can see the dispenser way up there. I'm going to put this down in here. Probably put 2 down right there. And yeah, I'll probably replace that later on. But that's how you do it. And then you can select the different vats just by going to the next page. So now the melon vat is selected. Now the other vat down here, the nether wart blocks vat is selected. And you can just keep going right there until the pumpkin vat. So if I wanted pumpkins now, I just hit this and we'll hear a boom. There we go. And there we go. Pumpkins galore right there. And of course, we'll get a lot more the second time we do it because there's more area to be explodificated. So yeah, pretty cool. So that is the vat area right there. And yeah, that is how that works. So that's pretty sweet. Let me go ahead and take this book. Grab this. Right, so let's just keep going here. So yeah, you can see at this point, during the nighttime, we got guys. Some of these guys stay out a little bit later than they should, to be honest. There he goes. He's hurrying. He knows he's got to get in. He's got to get his sleep. So yeah, now it's only the golems patrolling the streets at night here, and all the villagers have gone to bed. So those guys are just chilling out in their beds now. If we make our way up here, they're all asleep. So yeah, there you go. That's that. Let's just go ahead and sleep on through the night. Wake them up. So yeah, I can't stress enough how much I love this dynamic village aspect of this thing. So yeah, let's just go ahead and make our way down here. Okay, so we covered the vats. We covered this. Right, we have a gate that we could probably talk about. So the gate over here that forms the front of Con Corp. Just make our way over this way. Right, I should probably show some of these other buildings too that the villagers come and work at. So this is a butcher's area. Butchers work here. We got ourselves another shepherd's area back here. Little circus tent of shepherd's area with the loom and such. And then we have farmers that work over here in our pineapple fields. So that's what this is here. And then we have also right here a coral farm. So you'll see, if I wait here for just a moment, we'll probably see some bone meal come down and be dispensed onto this area, I'm guessing. Yep, there we go. Just fell through. You heard it click a little bit. So yeah, bone meal comes up and over and down onto the coral here with pretty consistent regularity. So that's cool to see that still working. See if we can see it again here. Maybe. Come on, thing, don't fail me now. Oh, I heard a click. So we should see. There it is. Bone meal coming down. Helps us to grow this coral hydroponically. So yeah, hydrophonically. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's that. Of course, down here you can see a little bit of Vex magic emanating from the ground in certain spots. So that's really cool as well. Little particles coming out of the ground. I showed how to do that in the last episode, actually. So that's that. Right, let's get to the gate now. The gate, pretty great. It's a gate, great gate rather, great gate. Here come the villagers yet again, coming all over to work. Some of the butchers heading over here. Very nice. So yeah, this gate, we have it protected in a number of different ways. First of all, if anyone steps across this area, fireworks go off. We also have an evoker here, Mr. High Priest Wololol. He's been sitting here defending Con Corp for several months now. He basically tests you. If you can dye the sheep blue, you're deemed worthy of entering Con Corp. So you have to dye the sheep blue, have to test yourself, see if you can dye it blue, like that. And now, of course, I'm worthy, so I can dye the sheep blue. But let's just say, if anybody else was here, basically what would happen is the sheep would be red and be turned red instantly by Wololol, and then he would attack them. So that's pretty cool. So now Wololol is actually activated. He's now defending the area. So this actually controls the evoker and also has him defend us. Also, you might notice that some beacons turned on around here. So the gate has beacons that come out of the top of it. This was actually a significant thing to do. So when this gate was initially built, so Scar and I, well, Scar built the initial gate, and then me and Scar came through and finished it. Turns out that the gate was actually one block too far forward, so I actually had to move the entire thing back one block so that all these beacons would line up properly. And so I actually did that, and also put in all this carpet on top to basically spawn-proof it so nothing could spawn on here and then jump off and kill villagers and stuff. So that was kind of a significant thing. But yeah, the beacon beams go through these walls right here, and yeah, they basically shine through the entire gate. So that's really cool. And of course, you can shut them off yet again and shut Wololol off by doing this, and you'll see beacons go away there. So pretty cool. I like it. So that's the front gate. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, right, the vault where we keep all the riches. You guys gotta see this. So if we make our way over here, let's just do this. Let's just go with this utility box. So we have another key, the vault key, to open up this gate. So let's grab this and let's go in. So you have to have this key here, otherwise you can't get in. I will leave this key, by the way, at the spawn area. For those of you guys who want to go into the vault, check it out for yourself. But here we go, straight on in. Somebody forgot to close the door, but that's fine. So yeah, this door will actually close behind us right here. Kind of an interesting little door we made right there. So yeah, normally this door would be closed. And let me just show you here what it looks like. This is a great vault door right here. So usually you come in, it's like this. You got to hit this button to open it. And keep in mind, this is a 10 by 10 vault door that's made before honey blocks were introduced. This was actually initially created by RKF Walter, so big props to him for that. Great door. And then we actually invented a new type of door for this vault specifically, and that of course is the cake door. So this is a cake only door. Cannot get in here with any other block or anything. Like literally, like I could, let me just try it. Try and see what happens. What if I put a pumpkin? Nothing. Cake only door. Telling you. What if I put Vex Magic? Nope. Only cake. So put this down here. Cake gets destroyed. So inside of here we have ourselves the lapis lazuli vault, I guess. And we also have cakes in here because why the heck not? And this is a lot of lapis. This is probably several hundred, if not several thousand blocks of lapis lazuli. So yeah, it looks pretty good. I think there might be iron in here somewhere at some point, because early on we needed iron, or maybe it's just all lapis, but maybe, oh no, there's a piece of iron. Yeah, so there is some iron in there as well underneath all this lapis. But yeah, that is one vault, and if we just make our way out, we can go to another vault, which is over here. This is the gold vault. I actually need to get out of cake because we got to get through security check. So put that in there. There we go. Okay. Right. So let's put a cake down here. This will allow us entry into this vault, which is the gold vault. So we got a fair amount of gold in here. Not quite as much gold as we have lapis, but yeah, still a respectable amount of gold. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Right, so that's that vault. Nice fancy floor too. The other one has a fancy floor too, but it's tough to see because there's so many materials in it. And then we have the diamond and emerald vault, which is our most secure vault. You actually have to get past this combination lock here. And I'll just put in the password here. So it's 1 5 5 5 5. And then the floor opens up. So we have some flying machines here that essentially, yeah, break away the floor, and voila, we're in the diamond vault and the emerald vault. So here it is, right here. So this is all solid diamond blocks right here that we made here at Con Corp, and also solid emerald blocks as well. We actually have more of both. We have more diamonds and emeralds. It looked kind of weird having a vault that was totally packed with diamonds and totally packed with emeralds. So yeah, that is that. So yeah, that's our riches vault essentially. And then all we got to do to go back up is just simply do this. And let's see, we should hopefully here make our way up. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, up. And there we go. Perfect. We're back up. And then we always, we have to hit a button here to basically, we have to make sure that this is secure, and we can actually reset the combination from this combination itself. So very useful combination lock. This was actually designed by a guy called Mizuma Games, who's a very talented creator. And yeah, highly recommend you check out his channel. So that's that. So that is the vault right there. Yeah, highly recommend you guys check that out. And we'll close the gate, or close the vault door behind us, and then we just simply walk out. And this also turns to lava, by the way, whenever you stand there too long. Yep, there you go. So yeah, don't want to get caught in the middle there. Right, so let's see, what else do we got here? Alright, we got the Vexnos over here. So the Great Vexnos with the Infinity Stones and the Infinity Gauntlet. Time Stone, Power Stone, Reality Stone, Space Stone, Mind Stone, and the Cake Stone. If you activate all these gems, and then eat a piece of cake. Yeah, you get some stuff out of here at times. There's a tutorial on my channel for this as well. Right, so let's see. This guy is actually out way past the time he should be. Alex Armor, he's kind of lost. Also, this guy's lost. Alexander is lost as well. I need to get with the program here. Right, so let's see what else we got. Let's go to the docks here. Here, of course, we actually have Captain Jack's raft, and underneath here at Con Corp, we have some cool stuff. Let me just quickly sleep here to make sure that we're all good here. We have plenty of light to see stuff. There we go. Okay. So, just make our way down here. It's kind of cool to see, like, sometimes throughout the season, I've seen, like, villagers don't necessarily act the same every single day. I've noticed. Like, when they randomly wander, that sometimes can affect if they can see their workstation or not. So you do get some of these guys, like the Alex Armorer and the Alexandra Armorer. They do sometimes wander a little bit far from the village, but they always make their way back. At least that's what I've found. I think so far at Con Corp, throughout the entire season, we've lost one villager. That was a cartographer who I believe fell off a ladder in the cartography building. Yeah, which goes up to the secret enchanting area, which I realize I didn't show you guys, but yeah, you guys can check that out if you want to see it. Anyways, let's go ahead and make our way down here. Down here, we got ourselves the Con Corp Cavalry Stable. You can see we have, this is Luna, apparently. And yeah, we can ride some of these skeleton horses around here. We also have a conduit down here, which helps us stay down here indefinitely if we so desire. So, yeah, I have a nice little Con Corp Cavalry skeleton horse stable, which houses a bunch of different members of the Con Corp Cavalry. So, yeah, a lot of them like to stand on the sides of the build for whatever reason, but this is what it's looking like down here. Right, so there's pathways leading up to this on every side. We're just going to go on this side because this is a side we haven't been to yet. So over here we got some satellite dishes. There's one satellite dish right there. We got some radio towers as well. Right, we got more Vex magic coming from the ground. Here we have the giant diamond that we can project to space via some beacons. So we just do this, and it turns all the beacons off like that. And then if we want to turn it on, make sure and cover your ears if you're wearing headphones here. Give you a moment. Oh, I got some Vex magic over there too. That's looking nice. Let's turn this on. Project the diamond to space. There we go. Sweet. That's awesome. And it really does look a lot like a beacon if I just turn this off real quick. Or not a beacon, a diamond. I mean, if I get up here, you can see diamond for sure. Definitely looks like a giant diamond because it's like a pixel perfect representation of a diamond. So that's that. We also have diamonds being delivered up here. This is all solid diamonds right here being delivered by the drones, which come from the factory over here. So we have a drone factory that actually constructs our drones right through here. Here when we come in the area, there's a notification. And then inside here we got some drone technology, which you guys might be familiar with from Area 77 and the Civil War era. So, yeah, all this stuff is sort of drones in the process of being constructed. And we have, you know, like conveyor belts that can move stuff in case we need different blocks to construct the drones. And, of course, we got TNT and Vex Magic and stuff in here to help us out with constructing them. So that is pretty cool. So that's the drone factory. Also, we have a loving relationship with animals here in Con Corp, right? Animals are precious, need to be taken care of, and so we've made essentially an animal area back here. So yeah, we got jelly cats right here, whole bunch of different flavors of jelly right here. Apricot jelly, we got cherry jelly, we got habanero jelly, all different types of jelly cats in here, and they got all these little nooks and crannies down here they can come into and yeah, play around in. So that's really cool. Got them back there just hanging out. It's pretty cool. Grape jelly right there. And then, of course, we got our dogs. We got our dogs in the dog houses. There's Cooper. There's Bo. Who we got in here? Dakota right there. We got Ava right there. So yeah, lots of different little dog houses in this section of the world, and a lot of different animals we house there. Right, so, man, what else do we have in here? Right, the mountains themselves around here. We built all these mountains by hand, placed every single block by hand, and yeah, that was a fun project to build all these things up. Took a while, and we also built watchtowers on top. So I'm going to attempt to fly up here. So all these mountains, we put down bamboo around. That's why we have all this bamboo foliage around. And also there are berry bushes, which, to be honest, these berry bushes have helped a lot to defend Con Corp against raids and pillagers. Sometimes pillagers will spawn on these mountains and then, like, charge down the hill. But usually they'll do this, and then they'll get caught here. That'll weaken them a little bit. They'll fall maybe a few blocks, maybe hit another bush or two. And from that point, the golems usually take care of them. So, yeah, this has been relatively well defended from things like raids and pillagers, which is super cool. That was actually the intent. So, yeah, pretty cool stuff. Let's see. So, yeah, these towers up here, very similar to the lighthouse you see over there, but it's a little bit more well defended because we have pillagers here that will actually shoot people down if they get too close. We also have vindicators here. Oh, okay. Let's fly away. These guys will literally murder your face if you walk in here. But yeah, they're on every single one of these top portions here. Look at them. Look at them. They really are aggressive. They actually unironically killed Corrales unexpectedly when Corrales visited. So they do work. They have killed for us before. They will kill anybody who comes near. They have a license to kill, essentially, here at Con Corp. So that's that. The underside of these things actually do have some functionality here. So if I hit this, should see, yep, it actually highlights them. So we have a bell, which is rung by some arrows, which we might be able to see here. There's some redstone in here as well, which activates a campfire on top. But here's the arrow dispenser that shoots the bell. You can see every once in a while, this dispenser actually shoots out and then activates the bell for us with an arrow. So that's pretty cool. I like it. So that's that. Yeah, pretty cool thing. And like I said, there is a campfire on top here that activates and extinguishes every day. So that's pretty cool as well. So there's actually a functioning campfire. Let's see. Speaking of functioning campfires, we have a functioning campfire in the park down here. So this guy right here is actually a functioning campfire. He turns off during the daytime, which he's off right now, and then he'll turn on at nighttime. So we might be able to see that. There's some villagers here. This guy might take a dip here. We'll see. Villagers occasionally like to take a break by taking a dip in this fountain. That's why we have these gaps here in the fountain itself. Speaking of the fountain itself, I don't know if I showed this yet or not, but you can actually climb the fountain, and you can actually go into the fountain, and this takes you down to the Con Corp boardroom. So this is where one of the fountains comes down at. The other fountain comes up at the docks. So if I just float down here, this takes us all the way up to the docks like so. And we're now in the village. So that's pretty cool. I don't know. I really like it. So, yeah, I think that might be most of the stuff at Con Corp. I'm probably missing a couple of things. Just trying to think what else there is here. I think that is pretty much it for Con Corp, actually. Hopefully that wasn't too fast or anything. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Probably missing something major. Just trying to rack my brain and think what else there is in this vicinity. Of course, we do have a horse stable on the outside. We have nice terraforming that's scarred in on the outside here, like in the front. So if we come up here, oh, we have the rail station. Forgot about that. So if you guys ride the HRN to different spots, you can stop by Con Corp here. We have a nice little station here that basically, you know, sends you on your way or allows you in from this side. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Of course, our horse stable over there we built with Xeron. in the last few episodes here. And then we have some beautiful terraforming out here that Scar did early on, so that's pretty great. Here's what it's looking like coming in. We got the big CC and diamond blocks in the front, which is nice. Just make our way back through here. And yeah, I think that is it for Con Corp. So I'm thinking we should probably go ahead and go to another section of the world now. Oh yeah, we also have a giant satellite up there. I forgot, with an immortal ender crystal that beams information to us from the Civil War area. So that is another thing we built during the Civil War to provide us with some information. So yeah, that is a pretty cool satellite we got all the way up here. So yeah, very cool. Very cool beam coming out of here with the immortal ender crystal that we stole from the ender dragon. So yeah, that's really cool. So ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the Con Corp portion of the Hermitcraft Season 6 finale. But good news, this is actually a two-part finale. Next episode, which will be out either Saturday or Sunday, we will cover the other stuff we built this season, which is kind of awesome as well, including new farms, new sports, and a whole bunch of other stuff, which you personally watching at home, will be able to participate in and compete against myself and the other hermits. There's a couple of challenges that we have for you, and so yeah, I'm looking very much forward to next episode, sharing those with you guys. So with that, guys, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in part number 2.